Hey everybody, today we're just going to be doing a quick video reviewing our new tires we just got for our 2021 Elantra N-Line. So these are Continental DSW 06s. Obviously the size is 225 40 R18s. I ended up going with the all seasons for this car, obviously. And we'll just talk about how I feel driving them, how they are on the highway, how they are on regular roads, how they've been in inclement weather so far, and just overall my experience in the first week of having them on the car. So nothing else really to update as far as this Elantra N-Line goes. It's still obviously a very good looking car, but let's get to the driving. So first, let's just talk about why I bought these exact tires. So, as you know, if you watched my last video, I was looking for tires. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be going with all seasons or winter tires and then get a set of summer tires in the summer. But see, I ended up going with the all seasons because through, a couple different calls to different places, I wasn't really able to find any good winter tires that fit these rims. I would have had to buy steelies, which I really didn't want to do, especially considering they're an added cost. So you have to factor that into it as well. And so I ended up getting these all seasons, these DSW 06s. They're like Continental Extreme Contact Sports, they call them, because a lot of people on the Elantra N-Line forums were recommending them. And so I just wanted to give them a shot and see, what all the hype was about. So I ended up paying just over $1,000 for the fitting, the tires, and obviously the alignment too. And I ended up needing an alignment because I just, I drive a lot in Massachusetts. I go over tons of bumps, and I was off maybe just a little bit on my toe. It wasn't too much, but I could tell on the wear of my last set of tires that I needed it. So I'm glad I did get the alignment. I ended up getting my tires through Town Fair Tire. They just provided me the best deal, and I always feel like they have really good service too. They're really quick, they set up an appointment for you, and it's just really quick in and out of there. And I honestly feel like when I've gone to other places, I haven't really gotten the same amount of service I have from Town Fair. An added perk to Town Fair too is, like, I know other places do this as well, but they offer you free rotations, and also, like, if you have summer tires and winter tires, they'll swap them out for free as long as you buy both sets from them, I believe. So coming from my last set of tires, the Hancooks, obviously they were kind of on their way out, so it's hard to compare, these set of tires to that set brand new, because it's obviously been a while since those Hancooks were new on this car. I will say that once I made the transition to these new tires, everything was just so much more smooth and quiet. I feel like these Continentals are actually really sound. There's definitely, we'll probably experience it on the highway. I'll see if you guys can hear it. I don't really have like the greatest mic. I just use the GoPro one, but there's a little like whir that goes on from around 70 to 75 miles an hour, and really only in like certain road conditions too. Like sometimes the highway is like a little gritty, and I think that's where I'm hearing it. If I have music going, I don't really notice it, but if everything is off, I do hear it. It's not any sort of noise enough to bother me, but it's something I will mention. So as far as driving in inclement weather, I feel like these have been pretty good so far. We did get a bit of snow on Friday, so when I was driving in that, it wasn't bad. The roads weren't like coated or anything, but You know, there's definitely some freezing rain, just inclement weather overall, and I felt like these tires gave me an added confidence that I didn't have before. But then again, my previous set of tires were, you know, not super close to bald, but in need of being replaced. As far as performance for these tires, I've definitely heard good things. I haven't fully tested them to their capabilities, obviously. You know, I just got them on Wednesday, so I haven't really had a chance to drive on dry tarmac yet. I've basically been in inclement weather since I got these tires, so, you know, nothing I really want to risk. I hate passing people on the right, but sometimes they just give you no choice when people are 4 lanes wide going the same exact speed. Alright, so at highway speeds, you know, obviously things are a little bit louder, and that's pretty common with, you know, any sort of tire, especially all seasons. If you do want to go for a quieter tire, obviously, you know, do your research. Look up what tires are quiet on the highway. You know, obviously, if they are more quiet on the highway, you're compromising something else. So these tires are all seasons that are supposed to provide you good traction in inclement weather, good performance in the summer, basically an all-around good tire. But they're not going to be the best in class at anything. You know, they just get you decent performance all around. And these are, you know, a more expensive tire, so I paid up to get the best all season I could afford, and that's where we're at. If you're looking for tires for your own car, you know, if you're in New England, you might want to go for an all season, or you might want to go for summer tires and a set of winter tires. It's all about what you can afford too. So the best of both worlds is definitely to have a set of winter tires and summer tires, but not everyone could afford that, especially considering, you know, it's just 2 sets of $1,000. It's, you know, a lot harder to do for most people. I will say that I can't remember how my hand cooks were on the highway, if they were this loud or if they were louder or more quiet. I can't really remember, but in my previous videos, if you just want to hear the sound difference, go for that, because I basically have driven this car on the highway in every single video I've recorded. So these are actually my first set of Continental tires too. I will say that my girlfriend also owns a car with Continentals, but she just has a Jetta, and I can't remember exactly what all season she has, but she does have Continentals, and I will say that so far from my experiences, they're a pretty good tire. I do like them better so far than my hand cooks, just because I feel like these are a more quality tire than those hand cooks were. Obviously, they're both all seasons. I do feel like these grip better, not only in inclement weather, but also just in regular driving as well. So obviously this is my first week with these tires, so as I experience more things with them and I do more driving in them, feel free to leave questions down below if I didn't touch on anything in this video, and I'll definitely get to your questions as much as I can. I'm no tire expert either. I've only owned maybe 4 or 5 cars, and most of them just have come with whatever tire I had on them. Like, I haven't really, you know, gone out of my way to purchase tires before, and this is kind of my first time where I hand-picked a tire that I was really wanting to experience. You know, before I've just kind of been able to afford the cheapest tire and just go with that, but I wanted to get a better tire with more traction life too. I mean, these tires are rated for 55,000 miles. I bought them for $206 a tire, so, you know, hopefully they last me to that, and that should get me right to my 100,000 mile warranty. And because I'm at 44,000 miles right now, and so at that point what I'll do is I'll sell this car and I'll get something new, if I don't do that before then. But that's really like the longest I plan on owning this car, is to that 100,000 mile mark. will say that these tires also seem to hook up a little better. Obviously, the ground is cold too, so gotta keep that in mind. You know, it's 39 degrees out, and I do feel like that, you know, when it's colder, even when it's dry, these front-wheel drive cars especially just kind of have a hard time delivering all their power. If you're another N-Line owner and you bought a different set of tires rather than the Hancooks that came with the car or the Continentals I have, leave a comment below on what you got and how you like them so far. So like I said before, you know, leave questions below if you have any about these tires or just about my car in general and my experience owning an N-Line, and I love to always answer your guys' questions. And with that being said, please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. I'm trying to get a video in per week, so see you guys next week.